Hello everybody and welcome. I am Polypod and this is the very first episode that I'm actually recording on my own and of my series that I'm hoping to cover a bunch of free-to-play games that I think are interesting and probably worth your time. So all the free-to-play games that in my opinion are done right. Now, this game actually is completely free on Steam. And no microtransactions, no anything like that so far that I've found anyway. And it's really quite good. I've played about an hour or so just trying to get a decent feel for the game, see if I can figure out how to do things beforehand. And I'm really liking it. Now, I've since deleted my save, so let's get in here. We'll play as Jimmy. He's just a standard all-around character. I've not actually unlocked any of the other characters before, so we'll have to see how that goes. But you start out just Jimmy, standard gun. You have a kind of right-click laser pointer kind of thing. Makes you more accurate, but fires slower. And it's a roguelike, so every time you die, it's permadeath. You go right back to the beginning, unless you buy one of the checkpoints further along with your bounty, which you'll see later. You can also buy these, and these can get you better starts, so a better gun, ammo, shield, and grenades, so on and so forth. And relics. Now, these are kind of what makes the game more interesting and diverse than any other game that you can get for this price. Free! They give you certain perks, and they can be really quite powerful, but it's the way you get them. It's not just standard that I find really interesting about this game. So we're gonna move on to the first level, and you can pick up some ammo here, and move on. You know, you fight these bounty hunter kind of things. No, thugs. I keep thinking bounty because that's their score. And bounty is kind of your currency. And you can see that the shields we have in the top left, they do recharge, and the health does not. So we want to make sure that our shields stay up, and that once we run out, we get the hell out of there. There's 3 different kinds of ammunition, so multiple different kinds of guns, light, medium, and heavy. We're gonna start off with just a light gun here, but hopefully we'll get a better one, or at least another kind of ammunition as we go along. Judging by our ammunition count right now, we're gonna want a medium gun. So what we're doing right here is looking for a relic, which is not really that necessary when it comes to gameplay, but it's definitely another way to go about it. And you can see the blue we're having here. Middle click is to melee. And here we go. So we dig down, just hit E repeatedly, and then we get a relic piece. Now, I do know what that one unlocks, but I'll save that until we actually unlock it. I'm not going to spoil anything here. And move on to the next level. From what I can tell, all the levels 1-1 will always be the same kind of layout. You might not start in the same location, and enemies might be slightly differently varied, but the layout's always going to be the same, from what I can tell. 1-2 is always going to have this section, preferably not with the ducks, which we will see probably momentarily, because those are a pain in the ass, especially later on. The bazooka duck is what gets me. It's not a sentence that you get a chance to say every day. I like saying sentences like that. So we're going to wait for our shields to recharge around here, get this evil turtle, get our overshield. The overshields will stick with us until we lose them, at which point... Ah, there's a duck. The ducks have shields of their own. So I'm just going to throw a grenade over there. There we go, and it kills it. Grenades are pretty much, not all the time, but pretty much an insta-kill, and your health doesn't really matter that much. Here is an extra gun. Unfortunately, it's still a light weapon type, so we're gonna have to just be conservative with our ammo. Nothing else here. You only do get relics on random things. There isn't any procedural thing from what I can tell. These are your melee enemies. They will actually fight the other turtles and the ducks and so on, but it's not always easy to get them to fight. And I think in this level specifically, there aren't any actual other enemies. It's just these guys for us to do battle against. We are also joined by a holographic donkey. A holographic space donkey. I love saying these sentences. And he doesn't really do much for us. He's kind of low on the moral standard when it comes to most things. Ah, here we go. Here's a shotgun. So I'm just gonna switch that over. Get us a nice medium ammo type weapon. And another grenade. Grenades are always nice. Full on medium ammo, which is excellent. Unfortunately, it means I can't pick that up. But moving on, we're going to break through this wall with the middle click again. I think it's F to throw a grenade when the time comes for that. And as much as we can hear the ducks, I don't think we can actually do anything with them. No, I don't think they're actually here. There's our space donkey. We want to make a song called Space Donkey now. Yes, he's very self-centered. Nothing wrong specifically with being self-centered, but he keeps, you know, saying he's going to help us out, and he never really does. He's kind of shallow that way. But, you know, self-preservation. Donkeys are known for that, of course. And now we have one left on our shield. So because we have 2 over shields left, our maximum shield count is now 120. But if we were to lose the shields in general, then our maximum shield would go down to, I think the base shield for Jimmy is 60. And I think I'm just going to play through this game until I die, and then I'll end the episode there. But I'll probably be doing additional episodes, since at the moment, this game seems to be the most that my computer can handle recording and playing at the same time. So until I get some sort of fix to that, content will be rather limited. But it should still be fun in the meanwhile for everybody, I think. At least that's my hope. And almost out of light ammunition. Okay. Now these things are kind of your explosive barrel type deals. Uh-oh. In the way that they're kind of like an explosive kettle. I'll show you here. Excellent. Very good shot. Took out a duck. Ducks are the bane of my existence. I'm now picturing that under Bane's mask, he is in fact a duck. My mind takes me to very strange places sometimes. Now trying to think of duck Batman puns, and I can't get anywhere with that, unfortunately. Anyway, on to the next level. Running a bit short on ammo here. Good for health and everything, but again, that ammo count's getting scary. So hopefully we'll come across a large ammo dump, or a fairly large amount of weapons. That's some light ammunition. That's very useful. Evil turtle shotgun guy. Turtle power and whatnot. You know, I never actually saw that much Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was little. I had a game for GameCube. I'll see if I can do some sort of playthrough on that sometime. When I get my hardware for recording consoles. Oh, out of shields, I didn't even notice. Too busy thinking about Ninja Turtles. You know, shotgun duck isn't... Oh no, shotgun duck, that, I suppose that would be kind of a common phrase in hunting. Shotgun wielding duck, I'm sure is not a common sentence, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is, and to me that just... that baffles my mind sometimes. Anyway, on to the next little group of enemies here. I do quite like that, the weapon that the duck just dropped. Oh, I did a dash there. I actually completely forgot those exist. I never really seem to do those. But you can just press space and you'll do a dash backwards from whichever way you're facing, which is extremely useful in certain situations, especially with that damn bazooka duck I have previously mentioned. Running a bit low on ammo again. Ah, there's some more. Let's very good out of shields. Again, once you lose your overshields, you stop caring quite as much about your shields, because it's much easier to find health than it is overshield. It does get scary sometimes, and these boxes can be destroyed, which doesn't really help the fear element that I'm currently facing. Let's get in here with the shotgun. Oh shit, we're gonna die. And we're gone. Anyway, this is... what was this game called? Relic Hunter Zero. Thank you very much for watching. I will be covering, hopefully, much more of this in the future, and as you can see, we bought the overshield in the shop, and now we have an overshield at the start of every run. The relic piece we collected is here. And be sure to like and subscribe and all that whatnot, follow all the social things that I'm partaking in, and thank you very much. I will see you next time.